Yeah, with me today is very special guest, the face of Predator Poachers, the Big Red Machine, Alex Rosen. Hey, how you doing, Alex?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for being on. Quick question: Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm a lefty.
You're left-handed. Ah, I didn't think you'd be left. Come on.
Politically, I'm a righty, but when I come to writing, I'm a lefty.
Uh, those Peskies. No, I just really enjoy your work. I don't know if I enjoy it for the same reasons other people enjoy it. But I know. How long have you been doing this? These pred hunting, pred catching.
I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm 23 now. I know I look older, but I started doing this when I was 19 years old. And it all started because I always wanted to be a police officer, and I couldn't do that in Houston when I was 19. So I got into these videos online when we had a few weeks off from football in the summer, and I just saw how crazy these videos were. Like I thought they were exaggerated in a way, but I tried it myself. I was like, this would be interesting to do. I wonder who would actually go meet a kid because I didn't know any pedophiles growing up, which is a good thing. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but within 30 minutes, I made a 15-year-old boy profile. 30 minutes later, somebody wants to meet who they think is this 15-year-old boy off of Grinder, and it was just mind blowing how quick this would happen. So, I mean, a few catches into it, I just saw this was a massive problem and just kept doing it since. And since then, we've caught people like not just meeting 15-year-olds, but into like toddlers, infants, all of that stuff. Like it's really expanded to get some really, really bad sickos off the street.
Yeah, and I subscribe to your locals, which I
Thank you.
think everyone should if you want to support the cause. Because yeah, y'all are doing some, I'll say, pretty good work. It depends on what side you are on. I'm sure. Like I said, I watch it more for, I guess, the train wreck. And then you have your little like jokes that you throw in there every once in a while to keep it spicy. But I'm a sick person, so I just that's what I'm into. Watching people kind of crumble, but they deserve it though.
Oh, oh
They very
yeah,
much.
it's literally human nature, like to kind of gang up on some, and it's an excuse to gang up on somebody. I mean, they fell into that trap themselves. So I mean, yeah, I get it.
No, yeah, definitely. And I know you have yourself a team, right? It's not just you. I know you have at least a Mexican because everybody needs a Mexican on their team. How's that? What do you have a team of consisting of? Just three or four people, or
Yeah, there's like 10 of us, but only three of us travel at any given time. But between decoys, editors, and camera guys, there's 10 of us.
oh, geez, man, I know it was such a big team, and yeah, I was imagining you have decoys like those videos of those Asians playing like Pokemon Go or whatever, where they're farming and stuff. I imagine that's how it is. You could easily uh, make a profile and have someone hit you up, and that's pretty. I mean, that's scary though too. Like to think how you said you did it in 15 minutes and someone hit you up.
Yeah, our profile of a 9-year-old girl had 2,000 Instagram followers in just a couple months.
That's I don't know. I don't even know. And I've seen your approach, and it's very reminiscent of Chris Hansen. I'm sure he's like the bar for a lot of these where we just want to have a conversation, have a seat, etc.
Right,
Uh,
right.
what do you do? You go to like a Kinkos or a UPS and print out like all of that stuff? Like,
Yeah, yeah, because I realized like if one of my decoys is on dark mode or I'm on dark mode, it'd be a shit ton of ink. And if we're on the road so much, it's just more worth it to go to Staples or UPS because we get a lot of comments because a lot of the pages are like fully black or something, so it's a lot of ink. But a
mhm.
black and white page is like where it's fully black is the same exact cost as a page where it's just fully white and just says one word in black font on it. Black and white's only 20 cents from Staples. So I mean, yeah, it's way cheaper than getting a printer. So that's why we just go to the stores and do it.
Yeah, and imagine with you traveling, you couldn't really travel with a printer, so you'd have to make stops somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be
But
like a three hours at with the TSA if I brought a printer on the plane.
it and these things sometimes are thick as fuck, man. They're like, I don't know, they're about like a Yellow Pages phone book, and it's I don't know if it's you're speaking to them for so long, or they just talk too much, or if it's a combination of the two with when you're catching them.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, some of our decoys. I mean, we're on these predators for like 6 months, a year, sometimes. So yeah, definitely a book can get printed out at some points. But a lot of it is, I mean, the predators they spam us over and over again. So even if we ignore them, when we open up their messages again, there's like 7 new messages spread out across the day that they send to us. So I mean, there's really no taking a break from these people, and they're just very. Even when it comes to just like texting somebody, they're not. They don't text how we text. They're very strange.
Yeah, it's weird though, because there's almost I don't know if you watch Hoarders, but there's like a formula to it where they kind of have the same brain, all of them. I don't know. I mean, you've obviously like seen it way more, but where they think the risk is worth more than the reward, and they take it even if they think it's 100%. Oh man, it's a cop. Oh, it's a cop, but they still like do it. What do you think that is?
Yeah, they just want that chance. I mean, because if y'all look it up, Predator Poachers on Rumble.com, you can look up a video of this guy named Johnny Ward. Just having Predator Poacher Sacramento. There's a video where, I mean, even when predators admit to their crimes they wanted to commit, they're still not honest about everything. Like they'll admit to some stuff, then say, "Oh, but it started a couple of years ago," when it's always their whole life they've been like this. But
Hmm.
there's a predator named Johnny Ward in Sacramento, and for whatever reason, he decided to be, I'd say, probably 95% honest with us. And he was telling us it's like all logic goes out the window. They think about kids 24/7. So even when they have a hunch as a cop, and when some of them say, "I thought it was a setup," I believe them, but
Yeah.
they still are so hungry for that kid that I mean, it's like it is like a drug to them. I mean, that's how he
Hmm.
describes it. I mean, it's on their mind 24/7. It's not like us where we see, how we see a hot woman walking down the street and we think about her for like 5 minutes, but they just think about her or that they think about that kid 24/7. Like it doesn't stop. They have dreams about it.
Yeah, I imagine it's some sort of and I'm not a psychologist. I don't think I know you've studied enough of these guys and seen them to have like somewhat of an opinion, at least educated.
Right.
But like, yeah, it seems like something's wrong. Like something in the brain is off. Do you think that's at birth? Do you think it happens to them at some point in their lives at a traumatic event? Like, I don't know.
I think it's a combination of stuff. Like I think the traumatic event can bring it out of them, but I still think that they need to be born with that capability in order to go do that because we have a ton of people that follow the channel who are not like who were abused as children but are not like who are I mean they're following the channel and they hate pedophiles. I mean that speaks for
Yeah.
itself. So I mean the traumatic event isn't the end all be all. I still think you got to be genetically predisposed to be able to offend, to have that in your mind. I mean, we can't no matter what with us, we can't stop liking women no matter what happens. I can't stop liking women. And I think it's the same way with pedophiles. It's just like we're attracted to women, they're attracted to kids. And it's unfortunate, but they need to be removed from society if they're going to act on that. And a lot of them aren't only attracted to kids, a lot of them are attracted to adults as well. Like a lot of them are married, have babies, have been with women before. And yeah, so there's no excuses for the way they act, but I do think that they also can't help their attraction.
Yeah, and do you think it's kind of the same along the board, or if it's because they want the power over that child, or they just like the I don't know, the adrenochrome, whatever you want to call it, that's in their blood? Like, do you think there's a specific for everyone, or everyone has their own like motives when it comes to wanting to be with a child?
Well, I think a common denominator can definitely be the power dynamic they like being that teacher role, they like being that quote unquote mentor role, like they love leading the child along because a lot of them are so pathetic with their other adult peers that they finally feel that power with a child. So
Hmm.
I think that's a common denominator among it, and I think I mean they all have that level of an attraction to a child, but when they see when they see it's like an infant getting abused, which a lot of them watch that type of stuff. As if you've seen the
Jesus.
videos, I mean, they watch
Oh,
it.
Jesus,
Um,
no.
well, I mean, I don't mean like I watch it. I mean, like they tell me they watch that
Yeah,
crap.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, unless I'm wrong, like to me, there's no part that I can imagine that like turns them on, like no body part on somebody that young that turns them on. But I think they just feel so powerful, even watching that pornography. Like they put themselves in the abuser's shoes,
Hmm.
that they just love the fact that they have total domination over something. I mean, it's sick. It's sick. And I think a big part of it is, because obviously you can dominate a woman as well. Like you can choke, slap, whatever. But with them, I think it's just the fact that they can't say no, that these kids can't say no, the fact that there's no resistance, there's no chance of resistance. I think that's very enticing to them. But
Hmm.
that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, yeah, no, of course, and I would, like I said, you've dealt with. Yeah, how many is it now that you've like dealt with or caught? Over hundreds.
Oh, hundreds. Yeah, I've lost count. It's probably close to 500, I'd say, give or take.
And I don't know, because I've seen a lot of your videos and then the locals I subscribe to it. Have you ever dealt with a female, or it's always men? I mean, essentially, right?
Yeah, at least in person, or at least online. I mean, I'm sorry, online. But I mean, you're in San Antonio. I mean, we're talking to a couple right now in San Antonio, like a female and a male. So
Yeah.
it's occasional. It's occasional that we end up getting like a couple. We've got the sex offender. There was a sex offender couple. The guy was a sex offender. The girl wasn't, but she was doing everything for him. I mean, he ended up getting convicted. She ended up nothing ended up happening to her, which I don't agree with, but whatever.
Hmm.
You can only take what they give you. But yeah, as for females by themselves coming to meet who they thought was a kid, this has only happened one time in like 2020, and she got to the Sting House before we got to the Sting House. I mean, they're very careful. Like a lot of these females, we've come across them online, but they always want nudes. They want videos of naked. Like they want shit that we can't send them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
really verify. Like, you know, with the guys, they'll ask something like, because we can't send a kid naked, obviously, and the cops
Hmm.
can't send nudes either.
Hmm.
So when a guy predator asks for that, we have two 4'11" decoys. One of them's 19, one of them's 25. And, we have like pictures of them and, just kind of taking underwear pic. We're like, I don't feel comfortable sending a nude, but can we send an underwear pic? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. But with a female, they would see something like that. No, no, it has to be nude because the guy will just think like, okay, I want to believe it's real now after this. I'll just take that chance.
Yeah,
I'm just going to cope with that. You know what I mean? But
yeah. It's
yeah,
good enough for them.
females are a lot less emotional when it comes to online pedophilia. I'd say they're more logical.
That's strange. It's just a strange
It's not
backwards
that way in
roll.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's very strange backwards roll to that. And like I said, or like you said, you have the decoys that are 19, they look younger. There's
Mhm.
obviously, I mean, porn out there that is of like younger people, but they're of age.
Mhm.
Why do you think that isn't enough to satisfy them? Like, and I know it's not right to recommend, oh, hey, why don't you watch this 18-year-old girl that looks like a younger girl, but do you think that just doesn't suffice for them? Like,
Yeah, I don't think it suffices because it has to be the real thing for them. Because if it's like if it's like WWE child porn to them, then they don't really feel they don't really feel, I don't think, the power that they would get from just watching. I think them knowing it's real does a lot for them, and that's why I think like when people propose like, oh, we should just make cartoon child porn, all this stuff. I think that's freaking ridiculous because one, it it's playing ball with their attraction to kids, which you should never do. You don't give them an
Yeah,
inch on that shit because then next is going to be after say we legalize cartoon child porn. Well, I think it is legal, but I think after we produce cartoon child porn, then it's oh, but well, how about just pictures of kids naked, and then but if they're not being abused in the picture, it'll be okay. It's always a slippery slope with this shit, and I don't
yeah,
think giving an
definitely.
inch to them will do anything. I just think they're sick people, and we have to realize that not everybody is equal, and some people just need to be out of society.
No, definitely. Yeah, there's some people who I don't know, and they know they're sick too. Well,
Oh,
especially
they
when they
do.
get caught. Yeah, they know they're sick. Like, there's nothing around it. I know. I'm from Uvalde originally, Uvalde, Texas,
Mhm.
and I know of two guys I went to school with that have at least gotten caught for like having child porn, and I remember hearing about it, and you always hear about it that they have like teraflops or like the amount that it took to fly to the moon. You know what I mean? Like they always have a huge amount. Like why is that? They hoard this shit like every right because whenever you usually when you catch them, they're like, oh, I have like tons and tons of gigabytes on it. Like why is that? Do you think that they just hoard this shit?
Yeah, it's weird because it's like I used to watch porn when I was like in high school, and even though what I was watching was completely legal, it was like big tits, whatever. I would never save those on my phone, even like ever.
Mhm.
Like I would just never save that on my phone because I mean, because it's not something that even though it was legal, it's not something I was remotely proud of, and I'm glad that I don't watch porn anymore. But like with them, it's a sick thing. It's like they collect it like Pokemon cards,
Mhm.
and they want
Mhm.
to be known as the biggest trader, and they just get off on the fact that it's just kids being abused, and that's why they save it. It's like it's a sick thing to them because they may not even. I mean, if they have like this guy Jeffrey Rosen in Las Vegas, we just type in Predator Poachers Las Vegas on Rumble. He told us he had 50,000 images. Do I think he's scrolling through looking at all 50,000 images all day? No, probably not. But just the fact that he has them gets them off, and I think that's what it is because they always look for something new. And it's never enough for them, and it just accumulates.
Yeah, it's weird that their mind it's like a what is it, like a dragon just hoarding the fucking gold, but has no use for it. I don't know. It's just they're just sick people. We can all agree on that.
Very.
Uh, and just a little like trivial thing. I've seen some of your I don't know if they're your peers, your competitors, your collaborators.
Mhm.
They go dressed like in a suit, maybe dressed in tactical gear. You go dressed in your t-shirt and shorts. Is there a reason like you go so casually, or is that just kind of ongoing thing? Or
Well, the reason why, first and foremost, is because it's just the most comfortable for me. Like it's hot as shit where we are. So I mean,
yeah, fuck yeah.
that's like the number one reason. But the reason I don't roll up in a suit or anything is because, well, besides it being hot, I want to get them to admit to terrible crimes so the cops can use that footage in a better way than if they didn't commit terrible crimes. So, or didn't admit to terrible crimes. So, I mean, I think a t-shirt and shorts is more disarming in a way. Like, hey, bro, it's just a conversation. Don't worry about it. And then they spill. So I don't. I know it's not fully that, but I think it definitely helps in some cases.
Yeah, no, you're very. I've seen your videos. You're empathetic, even though it's like in their twisted mind it's like, oh, you agree, right, that it's that's fine. Or right at the end you'll do like a Looney Tunes thing and you'll say, hey, you're gonna delete that right off of your phone, right? You're not gonna do it again, right? And I don't know, that's where it gets I don't know, they're just silly. The fucking Predator, I don't know what they think, if they think they're gonna get out of it last minute, or they built this rapport with you where it's like, oh yeah, you can help me out, and it's like, dude, no one can help you out. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, a lot of the rapport is because they all fear the day they get caught, and they fear the day they get caught. It's either going to be a cop or a father beating the shit out of them, or just somebody reporting them. So if you pretend like you know where they're coming from, it's a huge sense of relief for them that, hey, oh, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Let me just say it and get it over with. And yeah, I mean, don't think it's empathy when I'm empathizing with them. It's a total opposite.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot more cruel to them to be nice for 2 hours to get them to admit to being into stuff like infants and toddlers, because that is never going to go away for them. But if you just scream at them for 10 minutes, then they could always twist it to their family members and say, look, I may have lost my job, but it's all because of bullshit I got set up. And the family's going to be inclined to believe them. But when a relative watches one of our videos, they're going to be like, no fucking way, get the fuck out of my family. Like, there's no going around it.
yeah, yeah. They're just admitting it clean because you're not like forcing them under duress or anything to say anything.
Exactly.
They're just coming clean. Uh, I saw recently you kind of made the news when you approached that doctor. It looked very calm. I don't see why the news. Well, I don't see why the news loves to make it fucking crazy. But yeah, it seemed like what was up with that? Like, did you get a lot of heat from that? From I don't know the internet and everyone.
Yeah. So I confronted Dr. Peter Hotez outside of his house for pushing untested COVID mRNA shots onto children, and the internet from both sides caused a shitstorm. Like, they called it indecent that I would go to someone's house like that, even though showing up to a Supreme Court justice's house in droves is totally fine. Or, having Peter Hotez say that he wants us arrested for not being vaccinated, that's totally fine. For questioning him, that's totally fine. But simply asking two questions outside of his house is just too far. So it's all a bunch of bullshit. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, I do what I usually do. I approach a creepy old white man in a cheerful way and trying to get answers. I was just doing my job, what I always do. But yeah, I mean, it was just really funny that the same people that were calling it indecent and too far were also in my direct messages threatening my life. So I mean, I just don't buy any of their shit.
Yeah, the internet's such a weird place for people to say I don't know, and then even the people you catch say that too as a defense. Well, it's the internet. I don't really mean what I actually mean, and it's like I don't know. I don't know how to take that because it's like you're really here, you're really threatening lives, but I mean, what did you do? You just asked them a couple of questions. It's anything any news media has done to any person of public figure. They've done it before.
Yeah.
When like, I don't see the big deal. And I don't know. People are just fucking weird. Yeah, he looks like I saw a picture of him. He looks kind of like a Keebler elf or something like you would know a Keebler elf. That's what I have here. I see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Watching. Yeah, I'm just looking at my questions here, and I see. In your supporters, you have a lot of supporters, of course, because those people are sick. They're saying you're doing. Some of them say you're doing God's work. Do you believe like that at a certain point, or do you just have a different opinion on that you're doing quote unquote God's work?
Yeah, I don't think about that too much, but I know always that it is serving God to get these sick child molesters hopefully off the street. And yeah, I do keep that in mind. I mean, I don't think of that when I'm confronting, somebody face to face. Like, I don't tell them like I'm doing this for God, but I understand. I understand that He's watching, and I understand that this, in a way, is to also serve Him too. I mean, just try to do my best when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah, and you're somewhat religious.
I'm not too religious, but I fully believe in God.
Yeah. Well, I believe there's a maker, at least like a higher power. There's got to be something that created, this world. I know. And I had seen recently, and you were talking about it on your Twitter, Instagram. Basically, I don't know if they had findings that it was being essentially used for like pedophiles to communicate with each other and talk with each other, and that like a big surprise to you. I'm sure it wasn't.
Oh, I mean, the same algorithms that they talked about, we actually used to go find the pedophiles and get them arrested. So, I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings about that. Like, I'm glad it's known that Instagram harbors pedophiles. But on the other hand, here's what Instagram actually did: they removed a lot of the pedophile accounts. They didn't change fucking anything. Um, One day we woke up and our decoy had half the followers it had. But the thing is, Instagram doesn't actually report any of the chats to law enforcement. Like, when a predator gets taken down for, like, basically, here's how it works on Instagram. You already cannot send child porn. You can advertise it, you sell it, you can send links to other shit, but you cannot send it directly on Instagram. So every time we see a predator's account nuke the next day when we wake up, um, sometimes we see an image that we cannot play. Like, basically, if you click on the image, nothing loads because their account's taken down. So in our experience, the predators tell us on another app, "Oh, I tried to send you this little girl doing this, that, whatever. My account got instantly nuked." So that's how we know they would have it. But the thing is, Instagram would never report that to law enforcement. So we'd have to be the ones when we confront him to say, "Hey, this predator has this on his phone, blah, 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 blah. And he attempted to send this over Instagram, blah, 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 blah." So, I mean, Instagram did a half ass effort. And what they really did, they just took down the pedo accounts and they didn't actually get any of the pedos in trouble. So what these pedos are going to do, they're going to go to a place like Telegram or a place like Wicker or something where they can just do the same fucking shit but more discreetly. And the thing is, we're private citizens. We can get in trouble if we join these Telegram groups because we don't have any protections. And what's set in the Telegram groups is like exclusively CP. So
Hmm.
I mean, that's why on Instagram we can find out if they have it without having to see it, get it sent to us, any of that shit. And that's been a good system for us. But like, I don't know. I think Instagram did a half-ass job, and we lost a lot of pedos that we were talking to that were ready to go on the hook because Instagram just nuked them and did nothing else. I think I think in a way it could have made the problem worse because there's still going to be online predators doing this shit. They're just going to do it somewhere else. But when they're on Instagram, they're so easy to pick off.
Uh-huh. So it just I mean, I guess, well, what is it? They tried to do it in a good way, but ended up just making it harder for y'all.
I think it's more of passing the buck in a way.
Hmm.
You know, when Greg Abbott like took the migrants and like sent them to Chicago or something,
Hmm.
it's literally like that. I mean, you're because he's not actually deporting illegal immigrants, which is the core problem. He's just moving them somewhere else, and that's what exactly what Instagram did. They're like, "Oh, okay, these online pedos who are using their real name on Instagram that you could easily find in any following. Now we're going to send them somewhere else on another app and make it their responsibility, and they're all going to be under anonymous names or fucking other bullshit, and it's going to be way harder to find them." So, I mean, I don't know. And Instagram's done this before in 2021, where we woke up one day and half the accounts were gone. But that's all they do. They just do a wipe, and then all those accounts come back anyway. Like, they do nothing to actually fix the problem.
Hmm. It's just a reaping.
Yeah, like if Instagram comes out and says these accounts we reported them all to law enforcement, then I'd be applaud what they did. But simply removing them to where nobody can get them now, I mean, that's just harboring them, in my opinion, even more.
Hmm. No, definitely, I can see that. I was gonna ask your opinion on, because it kind of seems on the same boat, but not really, like First Amendment auditors. What do you think of them? Like, what's your opinion on them?
I mean, cops should always be held accountable. Like, if you like drive to a police scene and film from a distance, I think that's great. But there's other videos of First Amendment auditors where they literally go into a police station and they just instantly start talking shit to everybody there. And I
Hmm.
think that's fucking retarded. It doesn't, I mean, it's so stupid. But so it depends how you do it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just kind of like in your business too of catching the pedals. It just depends on how you go about it. I guess if you want to consider yourself professional or just some reckless vigilante, as I'm sure some of the people try to make y'all out to be.
Yeah.
Uh, Definitely. And what do you think? I saw some of the stuff you were commenting, but I was a little taken back with these parades, these pride parades with naked people, and they're literally saying we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your kids, and not really hiding it. Biden saying, "Oh yeah, there are children." I don't know why do you think this is so? Because I don't remember last year Pride Month being this uh colorful. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, it's all like, I mean, Biden doesn't really care about gay rights or trans kids or anything stupid like that. He literally just cares about population control. And when kids are being taught that butt sex is normal instead of reproductive sex, I'm not saying you should teach your kids either or. I mean, let them grow up first, obviously. But when butt sex is the first thing talked about, and you literally groom them into thinking butt sex is normal, then they're not going to be reproducing, at least not as many. So when there's less kids reproducing, there's less of a population. And every one of these elitists talks about, we have too many people on Earth, we have too many this, that, whatever. It's obvious what the whole plan is. I mean, and then these useful idiots think that suddenly the same government that harbors pedophiles, that has us $30 trillion in debt, cares about their fucking rights. It's so stupid, but it's just useful idiots at this point. I've kind of come to accept it, and I'll just do whatever I can to fight it, but because I'm not going down without a fight. But like, it is what it is, regardless, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't remember it being this loud and proud last year, or us people being so divided. Like, I don't know. It's just strange. What do you think we need to happen to like unite us again as a nation? Like, do you think we need some sort of other 9/11, or I don't know, like what do you think would bring us all back together?
Well, I think it's impossible to come together with people who think that mutilating children is okay. I mean, that's just too far. You think that would be the line, but that has been the line for a lot of people. I mean, you see those Armenian parents that are like, what the fuck is going on? Like, screw this. And I think what's going to bring us closer together is, I think more kids need to be mutilated. That's a crazy take, but until these idiot complacent normies understand that they want to literally chop the dicks off of children, there, I don't think there is coming back. Like basically we're taught that tolerance is automatically a good thing. We're taught that inclusion is automatically a good thing. It's all a big psyop, in my opinion. Tolerance, what tolerance isn't it's a neutral word. It just means you're okay with something. So why should you be okay with everything? It's so stupid. Should we be tolerance of murderers, tolerance of pedophiles? That's insane. So
Mhm.
when we take the word tolerance back from people, when we take the word inclusion back, inclusion doesn't necessarily mean good. You shouldn't have inclusion of a sex offender at an elementary school. When we take those words back and make them what they really mean, I think that's when we can start making ground. But right now, the left owns the language. I mean, they made up the word cisgender. I mean, it's just, they're insane, and they're going to keep dividing the country because they make common sense look ludicrous, and and abnormality is normal. So it's going to keep being like this.
Well, they keep, like you said, they keep just making up their own terms and changing the rules of the game, like whenever it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't benefit them. So there's no winning. It's kind of it's scary. And I don't mean to say I'm not inclusive. If you want to talk about, I've had gay uncles.
Right.
I've been into my cousin. There's shit that like is fine, but these people are just, I don't know, taking it too far, and for what? For just to be different, or but then not be different, be included? It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, they want different to be the normal, which is very weird. But I think we just need to start acknowledging that this gay shit's annoying. I mean, it's just stupid. And I think so many people are like, yeah, but okay, but around the kids is just too far. No, it's all just stupid and annoying. Now, do I think that like you should be allowed to be stupid and annoying? Yeah, in your own home, go do it. But it's just so stupid and annoying. And when we just start basically demeaning this whole thing and just diminishing it and just calling it stupid, kind of just acting indifferent about it, I think that'll change a lot. Because what these pride parades do, they know they're showing their dicks to kids. They want this outrage. They want all of this. If you just call them stupid, annoying, and fucking perverts, I mean, just call them that over and over again. Literally, I mean, I think that's what it is. And it sucks that, like, because there are a lot of gay people that aren't like that at all.
Yeah.
and their movement's getting hijacked by naked people on bicycles, and it sucks for them, but whatever.
No, yeah, definitely. It's just I don't know, making all them look bad. Like I don't know. It's a wacky world we're in. And I was gonna ask a couple last things here. What's with it, where did the Gordon Flowers movement and the fried pickles all start? Like, where did all that arise from?
So Gordon Flowers is the name I give the pedophiles because I don't want them to know my real name immediately. And well, I just used to when I was 18, I just used to prank call people for fun, and I typed in random name generator, and Gordon Flowers came up. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's literally I've just used that fake name ever since. But as for the fried pickles, we used to play Roblox together, like me and my friends when we were kids. And we play this game called Apocalypse Rising, and you could add people to your group in that game, and you couldn't kill them. You couldn't do friendly fire. But if you kick them out of the group, you could do friendly fire and take all their stuff. So fried pickles was our code to kick them out of the group and go ahead and take their stuff. So like backstabbing.
I would have no idea that comes from Roblox. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think we had a great conversation. I want everyone to support, the Predator Poachers on Rumble because I know I see you on YouTube every now and then, but it's not very friendly to free thinkers. And so go to their Rumble, Predator Poachers, check out their locals, $7 a month, I believe is how much it is right now. Correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they get all the catches you have uncensored and yeah, I mean you're helping clean up the street like one person at a time. So I appreciate that, because I have two nieces, and of course I think it all comes down to monitoring your own children. You know what I mean? Like because you're doing a lot of the work catching people out there, but it's all about the parents, right? Monitoring their own children and who they're talking to. Correct?
Yeah, you can always control what you can control. I mean, we lock the doors at night, and we carry weapons just in case. So I mean, it's not your fault if a burglar breaks in with a gun, but I mean, you might as well just prepare yourself for it. Just like it's not a kid's fault if a predator hits them up, but they can take steps to make sure that doesn't happen or to make sure there's less chance of it happening. So, yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah, and I appreciate the work you do. I appreciate the way you do it because it's as as nicely as it can be to people who don't deserve it. But yeah, no, thank you for taking the time to coming on and let me talk to you. It was a pleasure and a privilege.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
No, thanks. And yeah, I hope to have you on maybe sometime on later again. And I hope you nothing but success in continuing cleaning up this mess of a country we have.
I'll try to. Thank you so much, Lorenzo.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.